everyone, this is Colin, Barratt, and
Michael Reuter, what's up?
And we are here for another edition of the Skate Spotted podcast for you all. This podcast is going to be a little bit focused around Street League because we're getting pumped up because we're going August 23rd, correct?
Absolutely, man. We'll be there.
So we'll be making that happen. It's a Sunday. We'll be there all day, selling boards, some gear, wax shirts, making it happen. But most of all, to check out the skating, man. Some real high-level stuff going on nowadays in Street League. Couple today's topics, we shall be talking about our favorite things that we saw in the past Street League.
LA series.
There in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So, Mike, why don't you give us something to ponder? What do you think were some of the best things you've seen there?
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to give it up to Cody McIntyre. Absolutely. I mean, we saw him at Tampa just killing it. And, I mean, he's had video parts that are just ridiculous. But, I mean, he threw in that nollie big spin heel in his second run, like, off that kicker. Like, that was ridiculous just to put in a run, man. That thing was fucking off the wall, huge, going balls to the walls, man. That's the way you got to do it.
Yeah, he skates fast. I like him, man. I like his style. He's like, I don't know, I don't really feel like he's been on my radar until kind of recently, but I really like that dude, man.
Yeah, very technical. Does it up.
He rides fast. He seems to have that thing, man, where, like, you can't even tell if it's switch or regular, man. He just has, like, a way about him with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that I saw that really stuck out to me, just in general, man, is Luan is, like, an animal on the course, dude. This dude is literally flying.
He's the roadrunner, man.
Honestly, dude, I'm not even sitting here talking about a trick. I'm talking about the approach this man has on a skateboard is just fun to watch. You see that dude hit obstacles, and he is literally flying. Me, I'd be all sorts of out of control if I was hitting some sort of ledge at Mach 5, but Luan's just chilling on it, so I dig it, man. I think it's awesome, man, to watch him.
The craziest thing is not only does he have the speed, he has the consistency, man. That dude lands like 20 tricks in a row while going f***ing Mach 5.
Yeah, it's not a problem at all. So
and he's not doing little tricks either. He's doing like frontside flips and switch frontside flips, hard flips, like all in one run. It's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, every time, man. I remember he had a little switch frontside flip into the little kicker. And he nailed that thing every time, and I just like it's nothing.
Unbelievable.
Probably the slowest thing he did, too.
So true.
Yeah, man, that dude's a beast.
Yeah.
Anything else you thought really stuck out from that competition?
Absolutely. I know there's there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of haters, but it's so hard to talk shit. Nigel, man, with that overcrook. That dude, no matter how much people are gonna hate, that dude is on top, man. He is completely consistent, and he is like on point, on screws. That overcrook, the whole rail, man. Just
every inch, dude.
Ridiculous.
That was pretty serious, man. That's a crazy trick to take down something that has a kink on it, which was ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree. That was an awesome trick. Had he landed the crooked grind nollie flip out, that may actually won the competition for him, but obviously Luan ended up taking it. To me, probably the other crazy thing I saw going was Evan Smith, dude. Evan Smith was out of his mind. First off, crazy personality, and it just comes out in his skating, but I love that he was trying that frontside nose grind on the big quarter, man. Like, he was, in my opinion, he was trying a trick that is at such a high level of difficulty that for him to have even landed once would have been, like, insane. He did not end up pulling it off, but
I think he pulled it off in the prelims before. I think they had a clip of him before the actual event that he landed it.
And, I get it. It is Street League, but they do have, these big quarters, and people got to take advantage of the whole course. That's the thing. Like, who's the guy that's utilizing everything? And I really thought that, Evan was kind of looking at the course a little bit differently than other guys, and I kind of liked that vibe about him,
He totally seems like the guy, like, back in the 90s, if there was, like, a shitty demo, he's, like, the guy there that's looking for the biggest thing to jump off of or, like, the fucking craziest thing to do. and everyone's just sitting there like waiting for it to happen. Like the dude goes, he's gnarly and does the big shit, man. Having fun at the same time. That's the way to do it.
Given we're seeing, some of these guys who've been in these competitions over and over and over now, and they're getting comfortable. So it's cool to see some of these, new faces rising through the ranks and stuff. Like, you're bringing up Cody and stuff. Like, I really want to see, in terms of like up and comers, I really want to see Tom Asta go somewhere in Street League, because I just think that's another dude who's he's got it. He's a ledge king. And in terms of Street League, that's like his bread and butter. I mean, I feel like everything he's done lately has been mad consistent, mad good. The manual contest the Barracks had up for a while, that dude was slaying it in that. Here he is in Street League, mad consistent. I think that, obviously I didn't see him in the competition this last one around. I'm not really sure. Maybe he just didn't rank high enough, whatever. But I think you're going to see him sneaking in to that world, because he is that good. And I got to rep him because, he's from Pennsylvania and stuff. I'm living here in little Delaware right now. He's kind of like one of those dudes who just could possibly show up to the skate park. So see him live is serious.
Man, the technical skill on him, dude, is ridiculous. It's just, like you said, the 2-up contest, like, he killed it, man. Just the video parts in general, man.
It just seems like another day in Time Asta's life, you know what I mean? And actually, I also like, too, that he's getting on that S team right there. Seeing that shoe company emerge again. And it looks like, I don't want to, be the prophet or anything, but that dude could get himself a shoe, man. Seriously, like.
Oh, absolutely.
He's rocking them Excel Slims all day. I feel it. I like it. Who are you thinking for this year's kind of up-and-comer type?
Not really sure. Like I said, you see Cody Mack doing his thing, man. The dude goes hard and stuff. It'd be nice to see Evan Smith in there, but, as good of a skater he is, I just don't think he's consistent enough for the Street League type of contest. But he's definitely cool skater. But Cody Mack, man, I think he's gonna definitely do pretty good in Street League. He seems very consistent, very technical oriented on his tricks, and he does them at a higher level as well.
Yeah, and what, he was trying some different things too than the other skaters. Like he was doing like the blunt stall on like the Jersey barrier kind of like parking thing or whatever you want to call it. Like that was pretty legit. I mean, like I feel like he's trying to do creative things, which in my opinion that's what Street League's all about, is doing, finding these ways to be unique and stand out and be different. And his skating, it strikes me as like, oh, who's that? Whenever you see him out there, like he's going at it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciated watching him in the LA contest. Obviously, with us being at Street League coming up in Jersey, we're going to be out there seeing what we got in terms of seeing what local talent's out on the streets, too.
Yeah, man. Dude, the last time I was there, last year, they were killing it on the steps in the front, man. I saw kids from, like, knee-high killing it on the stairs, from like dudes that were just straight locals just coming through and just going nasty on the rail, just killing it off the stairs. It's insane.
Yeah, man. That's the fun thing about going to an event like that, is like the whole culture can show up. So, you'll see these young bucks hitting the parking lot, and some of the more experienced people, come through, get a spotted board, We'll be there, probably skate a little bit with everyone when we have the time, but obviously, we're there to enjoy the show, see what kind of boards we can get going, and, see how it goes.
If you want to find us, we're going to be at the sidewalk. Usually they set up the ramps, and all the table setups is on the street next to the sidewalk, kicking it, throwing gear out, stickers, come through, get yourself a board, get yourself a shirt, take some photos. We're gonna have some promotional stuff going on.
Maybe a little Instagram promo. We'll see how we can do this.
Absolutely.
One of the last things I kind of wanted to talk about, because I'm still like, forgive me if I'm confused. What is like the most important part of Street League? Is it the big tricks, or is it the runs? Like,
I
you
think
know, like what is it that really wins these competitions?
you know, especially with this LA one, it's obviously changing because there was really no big tricks type section, no impact section, so it could go, you know, either way, especially since you see a lot of the crowd booing at certain things that they don't think you know the skaters not getting their points towards certain things. We saw Luan do that switch frontside flip, and the crowd completely went off on the judges. And you
Yeah.
can't really say if it's, I mean, how if the section was bigger than what they always been. I mean, they seem to have sections that were a lot bigger than this, and obviously Luan was in cahoots of making this park with Street League, so it's a completely different aspect.
It seemed very obvious how he was like a bat out of hell all over that thing. Yeah, but I mean, like, I agree with you. The interesting part is the crowd not agreeing with the judges sometimes, and it's much harder to tell that when the runs are happening because you don't know what the judge didn't score well or not. But when it's just that one big trick or whatever, obviously it's not as big as the old big section. But I actually think it's better that way because then you'll see more tricks consistently. Guys probably won't be getting as hurt.
Yeah,
you know, these are big risks sometimes. You know, doing like a fakey frontside flip down something crazy. It's not easy to do that over and over again.
Yeah.
On your body and, you know, that consistency. But in my opinion, Street League's all about the runs. You know, I like the big tricks and stuff. But to me, like, a skater is a guy who can put together a line of tricks.
Absolutely, I completely agree.
And, you know, that's kind of what separates the pack when it comes to Street League. You know, there's some guys who can just, you know, run up to a set of 10 stairs and throw down a whole bunch of bangers right down it.
Yeah.
But to me, if he can't go and do a line on the street, you know, it's cool and everything. He can do those tricks, but that's just one dimension to me.
It's all about that consistency. You have to show up and you have to do tricks one after another. Because as soon as you start, you know, tripping up and falling and taking bails, you know, your score's obviously going down. And as long as you could, sometimes, you know, if you're a little more safe and you could still pull off a whole run, you might get a better score. You know, it's just that consistency level.
Well, speaking of consistency, you know, given that Street League comes through to New Jersey, let's see if we can make this an annual thing, make it happen each and every time. And maybe if things are, you know, within the realm of our ability to get there, perhaps we could even show somewhere else. A little vacay or something, who knows?
Absolutely. Going around the country, skate spotted style.
Yeah, man, that'd be freaking cool. Either way, we'll be seeing you folks August 23rd, making it happen at the Prudential Center, slinging boards.
Yep. Come
Check out the
support
gear.
local brands, man. Local brands, support.
You know, that's what I'm saying, man. We're trying to get in on the DIY stuff. You know, trying to really embody that local feel. So, you know, Street League's real big, but come support some New York, Delaware love. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Well, till next time.
Later, guys.